Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the previous lesson, we learned about al-ism al-mosul, that is the relative pronoun. In this video, we'll continue with the second part of the lesson to explore more details and examples, inshallah. First, let's have a look at the definition once again. The relative pronoun is a noun that refers to a specific entity and is always connected to a clause following it, which is known as silatul mawsul, which completes its meaning. There are two types of al-asma'ul mawsulah, which are al-asma'ul mawsulah al-khassa, meaning the specific relative pronouns, which we learned in the previous lesson, and al-asma'ul mawsulatul ammah or mushtarakah, meaning the general or shared relative pronouns, which we'll explore in today's lesson, inshallah. Let's have a look at an example. الرجل الذي دخل المسجد غني, meaning the man who entered the masjid is rich. Here, الذي is al-ism al-mawsul, and دخل المسجد is صلة الموصول, يعني the relative clause. Now, here is an important point. In صلة الموصول, there is always a pronoun that refers back to the relative pronoun, that is al-ism al-mawsul, to ensure clarity in the meaning. This pronoun is known as al-a'id, meaning the referent pronoun. Let's understand this with some examples. الرجل الذي هو في الفصل مدرس جديد, meaning the man that is in the classroom is a new teacher. In this sentence, هو في الفصل is صلة الموصول, in which هو is ضمير أعد, يعني the referent pronoun, referring back to al-ism al-mawsul الذي. Next example, الرجلان اللذان هما في الفصل مدرسان جديدان. This is an example for a dual noun, and it means the two teachers that are in the classroom are new teachers. Here, هما في الفصل is صلة الموصول, in which هما is ضمير أعد, referring back to اللذان. Another example for plural. الرجال الذين هم في الفصل مدرسون جدد, meaning the men that are in the classroom are new teachers. Here, هم في الفصل is صلة الموصول and هم is ضمير أعد, referring back to الذين. Next example. الولد الذي أخوه مهندس في المكتب, meaning the boy whose brother is an engineer is in the office. Here, أخوه مهندس is صلة الموصول and the attached pronoun ها is ضمير أعد, referring back to الذي. Next example. البنت التي أختها مدرسة من الصين, meaning the girl whose sister is a teacher is from China. Here, أختها مدرسة is صلة الموصول and the attached pronoun ها is ضمير أعد, referring back to التي. In all of these examples, we saw الجملة الاسمية as صلة الموصول. Now, let's have a look at some examples with الجملة الفعلية as صلة الموصول. First example, خرج الذي دخل. We see دخل following الذي, which is صلة الموصول, and its pronoun is hidden, which I have explained in my previous lesson that its فاعل is ضمير مستتر تقديره هو, يعني a hidden pronoun estimated to be هو, and its meaning is as same as the sentence هو دخل. So, هو refers back to الذي. So, خرج means he exited, and دخل means he entered. So, خرج الذي دخل means the one who entered exited. Now, next example for dual. خرج اللذان دخلا. خرج is still singular. Why? I have explained it already in my previous lessons. In this example, دخل, meaning they two entered, it has the attached pronoun alif, which is fa'il, and it refers back to اللذان. So, خرج اللذان دخلا It's better to understand it without translating, or you can translate it yourself. Next example for plural. خرج الذين دخلوا. Here, dakhalu is silatul mawsul and waw is the attached pronoun which functions as fa'il and is referring back to alladhina. Next example. كتبت الدرس الذي كتبته, meaning I wrote the lesson you wrote. Here, alladhi is a na'at for ad-dars, which is mansoob. And katabtahu is silah, with ha attached to it, which refers to alladhi. Next example. أدرس في المدرسة التي تدرس فيها. Here, تدرس is silah, and the adjunct, which is fiha, has ha in it, which refers back to allati. Now, here is another point. ضمير أعد, that is the referent pronoun, is omitted sometimes. So, sometimes you can find this type of sentences, which is كتبت الدرس الذي كتبته as كتبت الدرس الذي كتبت. A couple of more examples. الرجل الذي هو قائم تحت الشجرة أخي, meaning the man who is standing under the tree is my brother. We can also say الرجل الذي قائم تحت الشجرة أخي. Here you see that huwa is omitted. Another example. المدرسة التي هي عند المسجد كبيرة. Here we have here and we can omit it and say المدرسة التي عند المسجد كبيرة. Alhamdulillah. Now let's learn about الأسماء الموصولة العامة or مشتركة, meaning the common or general relative pronouns. These pronouns can be used as they are, regardless of a noun being singular, dual, or plural, and masculine or feminine. These pronouns are same for all nouns, and the intended meaning is determined from the context of the speech and the pronoun referring to it. These pronouns are as follows: man, ma, ay, tha, and dhu. In this lesson, we'll learn about man and ma only, insha'Allah. So, man is used for aqil, that is, rational beings. For example, ضربت من ضربته, meaning I hit the one you hit. Here, man is al-ism al-mawsul and ضربته is silah, and the attached pronoun ha attached to it is ضمير أعد referring to man. Next example, ضربت من ضربتهم, meaning I hit those you hit. You can see that here man, which is al-ism al-mawsul, is used for plural, which we get to know by the attached pronoun hum, which refers back to man. Let's have a look at an example from the Quran. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يُؤْمِنُ بِهِ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ لَا يُؤْمِنُ بِهِ. Man is ismul mawsul, yu'minu is silatul mawsul with a hidden pronoun, and again man is ismul mawsul and la yu'minu is silatul mawsul. The translation of this verse is, and of them are those who believe in it, and of them are those who do not believe in it. Now let's learn about ma, which is used for غير عاقل, يعني non-rational beings. For example, كتبت ما كتبته, meaning I wrote what you wrote. Ma is ismun mawsul and كتبته is silah, with ha attached to it referring to ma. Next, كتبت ما كتبتها. كتبتها is silah and ha is ضمير أعد, which refers back to ma. An example from the Quran is ما عندكم ينفد وما عند الله باق ولنجزين الذين صبروا أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. In ما عندكم ينفد, ما is اسم موصول and عندكم, which means with you or you have, is صلة الموصول. and ضمير أعد is omitted here. ينفد is from نفد ينفد نفد, which means to come to an end or to run out. For example, نفد نقودي, which means my cash has come to an end or I ran out of money, as said in English. So ما عندكم ينفد means whatever you have will end. Then we have وما عند الله باق. It doesn't need any explanation and its meaning is but what Allah has is lasting. I hope that's clear. Next we have الذين صبروا. الذين, which we have learned in the previous lesson, is اسم موصول, and صبروا is صلة الموصول, which is from صبر يصبر صبر, meaning to be patient. So الذين صبروا means those who were patient. Then we have ما كانوا يعملون. ما is اسم موصول, كانوا is صلة الموصول, which we'll learn about in future lessons, inshallah. So ما كانوا يعملون means what they used to do. Now let's have a look at the complete translation. Whatever you have will end, but what Allah has is lasting and will surely give those who were patient their reward according to the best of what they used to do. And with that, I end today's lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson, inshallah. I leave all of you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.